So this is how I make my Mahjong gum paste toppers. I'm making a gambling set for my girlfriend and need green fondant. Doesn't have to be it can be any type of green. You can use leaf green, juniper green from Wilton and Americolor, as long as it looks green. Because for the Mahjong, uh, they usually have a green bottom, so I prefer to use green. It's the most common mahjong color that I usually see, and white fondant. And what I have here are printouts from mahjong set. I'm going to upload it on my website for my gambling set template that you can use to print on your edible prints. I will post the link later on in the comments, and I'll be doing 10 sets. So I'm not Chinese, but for some reason somebody told me that these symbols represents luck. So okay. So what I do is okay, let's move that aside. Flour the surface, and just make sure that your gum paste is nice and pliable, so you have to massage it well, like so. Let you know my hands are clean, don't worry about it. Surface is clean. Using strong acidic water. I have a Kangen set at home, so to disinfect my surface I use strong acidic water to make sure it disinfects my workspace, work tabletop. Okay, so I roll it nice and even. Make sure you leave a little bit of maybe about 1 cm of height. Okay. And then where's my water? Okay. I put some water on top. What I'm doing is I'm going to layer the green fondant and the white fondant on top of each other, because if you look at the mahjong tiles, they have green at the bottom and white on top. So and then I will roll my white fondant. It's not that hard, really. To be honest, ever since I've discovered about edible prints, my life became so much easier. And you do not have to spend hours and hours to make the characters, because in the before edible prints, they usually cut out each and every character, and you know how painstaking is that. Some of them even painted it with food color. But ever since there's edible print, yes, the materials are expensive, but the hours that you need to spend is much lesser, so you can concentrate on doing other stuff. So if you notice, I pasted pasted it on, and normally I would cut them out. This is okay. I had to trim it out so I know that most of the surface I'm working on is green on it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it works. Yeah, so then I'm going to peel it off. Now this type of edible print, this is not like the other edible prints where you have to blow dry, put in fridge and blow dry. This is actually easier to peel. I got it from my supplier in Singapore called Kitchen Capers. So do check them out. Each paper cost about $4.60. It's quite expensive. And right now I'm gonna and paste it on the okay, sorry about that. YouTube is nagging me that I should rotate my device. So I'm rotating my device. Okay, there you go. Awesome sauce. Okay. So I have pasted my edible prints on top, and I'm just going to cut them out with an X-Acto knife. Too much fondant on the way, so I have to cut them out. Okay, so there you go. Mahjong tile. See? Easy, right? Not so hard. I just had to refine the sides. If you feel it's too small, you can always press it down, make it a little bit more bigger. Yeah, there you go. And then you just keep cutting for the rest. If you think the knife is too thin, always use a paring knife. Yeah. There.
Come, Lucas. Bye-bye to Mama.
Bye, Mama.
Bye. And trim some of them. All right. It's actually easier to cut from the side rather than doing this. because it created jagged edges. So it's nice to, do the knife hold position and just cut through the sides. Alright, see? Nice and clean. Alright. So that's how I do my Mahjong tiles. If you haven't, I will post a link on my images for the Mahjong tiles along with the um, other images like lottery ticket, the lottery tickets in Singapore that people usually buy. So thank you for watching. Bye.